4th. Man, March is moving. 2024 here with your live show. We're live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Of course, our best bets always are premium picks. The way our product works, we give out free picks on every game every day. Different people giving out picks on the same game. Lots of people giving out free picks. And then our premium picks are the ones that we like the best. So if you want to bet every free pick we give out, that's on you. I certainly don't bet every free pick I give out. But I do bet some of them, and those are the ones that are my best bet. And then I have other ones I don't give a free pick out, and then I bet on it as well. And those are also my premium picks. And I don't know, kind of the way that it all works here. But we just try and give out something for everyone. And I'll talk to Costi about that in a minute. Jay, what's happening?
Nothing much. Money making Monday, money making March. Trying to keep it rolling. Good bounce back day for me yesterday. Hit the top play. 2-1 overall. Looking to keep it rolling today.
Chris, how about you? I lost.
Yeah, I'm doing well.
Happened? Oh. How did I lose everybody? That was so weird. Hang on a second. That was so weird. Oh, I know what I did. I started typing hard on answering something else.
For a split second, I was worried I broke it. It always happens that way. Yeah, no, like Jay, had a good day yesterday. Yeah, I broke even, but cashed the plays of the day, which is all I was happy about. So, yeah, now we just look to start a new week and start a new week strong.
Costi, what's happening?
Yeah, and, good bounce back day in the NBA yesterday. College has been great, man. I had a great Saturday. Yesterday was a push. Maryland let me down. They couldn't close, but went 2-2 in college yesterday, but got the job done. Almost had the sweep yesterday, but as typical, the house of disappointment made sure to let us know why they're called that. Trademark by Jay. Complete sheer disappointment. But the best team in the NBA did show up. And they only needed to show up for a half. The Boston Celtics.
Yeah, this is the type of game that they win when they're up by 40 and 50 and they win those games. But the tough games, like we saw the Nuggets beat the Lakers where it came down to the last 3 minutes and it's gut check time, that's where the Celtics fold like tents and play like the little girls that they are. And that's the difference between a championship team and a team that, comes in second place in the East. And I think that's really the difference. I mean, between those type of things. It's like in the NBA, the Raptors beat the Warriors by 50 last year also. You didn't see them cutting down the nets and, celebrating, putting new rings on their fingers when all was said and done, right? The way that you win championships is the big games, the tough spots. When you go into LA, when everybody in the world thinks, oh no, you're not going to beat LeBron today. Yeah? How about this? How about we make you look stupid in the last 3 minutes? Anything we throw remotely near the basket, going in, high off the backboard, low off the backboard, dunk, and one, everything. And that is exactly what happened. And that's why the Nuggets are the champions and why the Celtics are chumps. Because Jason Tatum doing this up by 50 ain't going to get you shit. Okay? What it gets you is ridicule by me on this show on a consistent basis. That's all it gets you.
I didn't say it. I knew this. That's why I left it alone.
Yeah,
Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Listen. Talk to me now, Mitch. Let me know how you feel.
I don't really want to talk about it.
Well, you can't be quiet now. Tell me how you really feel. Have the Merce on. Just tell me.
Well, what I want to talk about is something different because obviously it's not going anywhere. But what I want to talk about is this, and I'm going to show you guys something on the screen, and I'm going to explain it to you in just a second. And Costi, you're going to help me out a little bit here, and without pitching, I'm just going to explain to people how this works. Okay, so there was a game yesterday, okay? It was the Clippers and the Timberwolves. This line was tight, one tight bitch, right? It was 1, and then it went flip through it. Now here's the difference between getting the opening line and betting on the sharp trading plays in the syndicate and not. Okay, here's the difference. Okay, so here's the bet. Okay, this is the opening line. You wait a couple hours, and this bet's a loser. The Timberwolves are 2.5 at the gun. But here's a bet. The bet was made. This is yesterday. That's the difference. Costi, you want to explain it to these people without pitching sharp trading plays? Just explain to them how getting your money in good is everything.
It really is. And yes, that example makes perfect sense. And it's easy for all of our fans can relate because it was yesterday. But over a sample size of thousands of games, it's really relevant. I mean, our sharps like Micah that you've known for a while now, he'll tell you the only way to get over variance over 1,000 games. So in a short span, yeah, that might not play out. And I feel like in the NBA,
no, it doesn't mean you win every game. It doesn't mean you win every game. Getting your money in good, getting the real sharp, not the sharp chaser, not like, oh no, Charlotte's going to beat South Florida. That's not going to happen, right? I mean, what we're talking about is getting your money in good over time. And that's what Costi is saying. You're not going to win. It doesn't mean you're going to win every game. It doesn't mean we suck. And it doesn't mean any of those things. Maybe we do suck. But the thing is that what it really means is that over time, even if you lose, you're getting your money in good. And eventually it will happen because that's all the house does by moving lines, adjusting lines, and doing those things. They're just making sure that the bulk of the money that they're getting down on the game, they're getting in good. That's all they're doing as they adjust those lines. So it's like when you're able to beat them to the punch in situations like this, it's all the difference in the world. In that case, it's $12,000 was the difference. And I'll show it to you guys once again. There it is. That's the difference.
And in the NBA,
13,000 almost.
It's a little bit more tricky in the NBA
5.
simply because of injuries and rest management. In football, I mean, we did the show. I mean, I did the show all September and October. I mean, I would get sharp lines, give them out on the show on Monday and Tuesday, and by Sunday you can give the examples how much it played of a difference. In the NBA, you have to be a little bit more cautious, but it definitely works. It works for every sport, honestly, except baseball. Baseball is the hardest line to try. It's called, what you're telling me and you're telling the fans is it's called positive expected value betting, when you're getting the right price when you bet it, and then if you know it's going to move against you by the time the game tips off.
So what is that? P-E... Isn't that porn?
What? What? What are you asking?
I don't know.
You looking at my ear?
I'm not talking. I don't want to talk about it.
It's weird, Chris. He won't talk to me with my Merce on. Like if I take the Merce off, 100% will start yelling.
Yeah, you'll get laid into. Yeah,
it's a purse.
I think he's treating me like a lady. That's what it is.
It's a purse.
He's courting me. He might be courting me. It's not a purse. It's a Merce.
Yeah, keep it on. He might not be the only one.
Let's see. So I usually take this to the cigar lounge. We have a cigar cutter. We have a matching lighter.
Don't care. Going to give you my sunglasses to hold for me.
We have a piece of Nicorette gum.
Costa, can you put my sunglasses in your purse for me?
Took a lot of stuff out.
Got any gum or mints in there?
I don't.
He pulls out the straight mint. The bonbon.
We do. We have Nicorette mints. As you can tell, I love nicotine. We got it all. Just let me know. Let me just tell you something. When I'm in Vegas and your phone's at 10% and you start to worry and you forgot the charger's even burned out because you've used it all day and you have to panic whether you go to the room, don't ask me what's in here. that's going to carry you through.
Just know that he's got one.
Just know. Just don't ask me. Jay, Chris, feel free to ask me. If you need your phone charged, I got you. But I don't want to hear it, Mitch.
Sorry, I just can't respect a guy with a purse.
This is getting upgraded in Vegas.
To a fanny pack?
The fanny pack goes around your waist. A merce is a crossbody.
It's basically the location on the body where it switches. That's the only difference.
I only wear it
It's
to
a
travel.
manny pack?
It's called a merce.
Manny pack.
I travel with it all the time. Cigar lounge and airplane travel. It's perfect. Keep stuff out of my pockets. I usually wear sweatpants on flights. Don't like things falling out, so nice and safe.
Not even going to make the comments here because
I was waiting for you to
I'll
do
get
it.
canceled. I'll get canceled.
Don't want to know what falls out on the flight.
Yeah.
What's that?
The fact that you have to ask.
You know it's better than to ask these type of questions.
Seriously.
What falls out?
Ducking these nuts.
Assorted feminine hygiene products. Is that what you're alluding to, Chris?
No, but I mean, now that you arise the question.
Oh, well.
I'm a very confident heterosexual male.
I like
With-
it, Coffee.
With a purse.
I don't care. You know, at this point in life, convenience is more important than what people think.
I like it, Costi.
Just wait, Mitch. Your phone's dying 10%. Not going to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
All right. Be that way. Be that way. All right. Guess it's time to get to it. I missed yesterday's show. I didn't even get to see it. How was it?
That was good. Went smoothly.
Heard it
Missed
was
you
quick.
guys.
Heard it was quick.
Yeah,
6
we were in
people.
a. Yeah.
Thinking about running the Become a Capper contest. What do you think? Just March Madness. Just
You know,
March Madness. Only
as a-
tournament games.
As a former contest,
Runner up,
you know,
second place,
I'm always
sister kisser.
I'm always
I
in
got to accept the runner up trophy, participation trophy winner.
you know what I mean? My Miami Heat trophy, you know, I'll take it gladly.
At least we were there.
At least
At least we were there, man.
I'm always an advocate for the Become a Capper contest. I know it puts a strain on a couple people, but hey, there's some good people out there, and if they're willing to put in the work, it could definitely be life changing. So,
Well, I think the thing is that I am actively looking for a capper. I would like to get a new capper, but I don't like the applications that I've gotten. I mean, that really was what it comes down to. So it's like if you're not going to apply on terms that I can understand or relate to, then I'd rather just run the contest, take my chances, you know, and end up with a second place finisher like Jay and Jovan.
I didn't know Jovan was second place.
Yep, second place, man.
Who was first place in that one?
James Clark. We had to change the rules. Took some big money line dogs at the end that hit, and he beat Jovan, which made me hire second place finishers. except when Jay finished second. I did. Well, Jay didn't come across so great in his test videos. I'll tell you that much. Not really the same person that's here. It was the old Jay. A little different. A little cockier. Hadn't had his ass kicked in by a 10-day losing streak. It's like, you know, the difference between a guy that's been in the business for a while and the guys that, you know, had a hot month as in a contest, man, because it's like if you've been in this business for a while, you've had months where you just don't even want to do picks anymore, where it's just like, stop, man. Like I had that back that I was on Minnesota on Saturday. Normally I lose a game like that, man, I lose the next 10. You know, it's like it just didn't work out that way. But man, it's like one of those things, you know, it's like up by 7, laying 6.5, 4 seconds left, just enough time for the guy to dribble down the court and lay it in at the buzzer for the cover. You know, it's like,
what time of the year was Jay's contest?
December.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever ran a contest outside of December.
Yeah, it would be a first.
March Madness contest? I like it.
Well, the problem is that you have to score it and everything. We'd have to get everything in place to do it. But I think we could. I think we could start it maybe next Monday. Run it till April, whatever. We'll do just mid-month, you know, pick dog style.
Should do
no
beat the pro contest.
How about it? We'll do the phone marathon contest. Can you outlast Eric Pathy?
It's like an episode of Survivor. It's like one of those endurance challenges.
All right. Ready?
That's what you have to do.
Set,
you have to hold the phone. You can't get your hand off the phone for 48 hours.
Go.
Go off. That's it. That's it. Just hold it.
Ready? Set.
Do I have an offer for you?
Just can't let off the phone.
Patty holding it up.
No, he's on the trainer. He's like, he's got one phone in hand and just.
Okay, so actually, the year that I participated, there were 2 contests. There were 2 separate ones. There was one on Twitter and one on Instagram. I came second in both, sadly enough.
It's like the Heat 2 of the last 4 years.
Both. Mills beat me in one, and then like Rod said, the other one, the guy didn't work out.
The guy that I remember the guy that put in minus 600 plays the premium.
No, the guy. So what happens is we bring people on, and this is why I don't like to hire people that don't have experience. We bring people on. And the grind of doing this thing every single day and having these games go against you and then having your record shown transparently to the world every single day. And you're up against frickin' Al McMorty every day. And you're up against Jay and you're up against Chris and you're up against, you know, Bittler and, you know, all these guys. And I make fun of them. I tap, but believe me, you know, I could get rid of them all tomorrow if I wanted to. But it's like, you know, the thing is like, why would I? You know, it's like these guys are all heavy hitters. But to make myself look better, it's like I sit there and take it. I get my ass beat by these guys on a regular basis, pretty much. You know, it's not easy. It's like you could sit there and say I hit 60%, I hit 70%, I hit all those things. No, you don't. You know, you don't. The guys that say, I hit 80%, bullshit, bullshit, man.
Right.
Maybe if you get to make one bet a week or something and get to really cherry pick. But it's like you want to go up against these guys because you have to then not only do you have to sit there and take your beating, then you have to compare your numbers to these guys every day for the spot on the leaderboard. Nothing fun about that, man. It's not a picking contest, man. It's like it is hard. Because like you could have the killer day and then Al McMorty goes like 22-2 or something. You know? It's like you're sitting there, it's like how the hell am I not in first? And Jay had a run there in February, I think it was. I think he won like coming out the break, I think he won every single game for like a week. It was like It just happens, man. And it goes the other way too, man. It can go the other way too. But it's like, man, I don't want a resume. That's the last thing I want. A resume is not going to show me that you're going to put your picks in every day and you're going to handicap on a consistent basis in a way that's relevant to our people. And it's not going to show me that, what you can do on video or social media for us either. A resume shows me the least because we all know one thing. And what's that, Chris? If we know one thing about resumes, what is it? Everybody lies on the resume.
Yeah.
No one says I got shit canned from every job they ever had. My resume is all lies. I can tell you that for sure. I've never given out a real reference for any kind of job interview. I've only given out my friends, and I've scripted them exactly what to say, and they've given me out as references too. Oh, well, yeah. Oh, Mitch is looking for a job. Tell him to call me. It's like, how is he? Is he depend? Just a straightaway slam dunk.
And I would give them references for stuff they didn't even do. I would say that they worked for me, like putting up soccer nets or something. And it was like,
it's like
sitting at home eating Cheetos.
So my nephews work for us. They do a lot of our YouTube stuff, like posting and stuff like that. They've been doing it forever since they're kids. And now they're adults, full-time jobs, or whatever. They still give me as a reference. It's like, what do you think? I'm like, these guys were Eagle Scouts. What are you talking about, man? They really were Eagle Scouts. I'm like, these guys are Eagle Scouts. It's like, it's kind of like Eagle Scouts, the rest of us, How about LinkedIn profiles? You think they verify those? No, they don't, because I put track team on mine. I'm not on the track team. Let's put it on there to see what anyone say. Boston University track team. You can look at my LinkedIn. It says it, man. It says it.
You were on the track team?
It says according to my LinkedIn, I was. What else did we do? Shepard's out 3.8 GPA. I mean, who's going to question it? There's nothing there. No one verifies it.
So for the people out there, if you don't want a resume, if you don't want them to send you their pick history, what do you want them to do?
I want them to enter the contest, or I want them to send me a real application saying why I should hire you. What skill set do you bring to the table in real life? In real life, like Jay can do videos, right? That's his thing, right? Jay can do videos. He picks games. We all can pick games, and I know there are a lot of good pickers out there. But it's like we also all do video. We all help each other out, man. We're consistent every single day. I have a problem. I bet every single day.
For sure. I'm just trying to help them out there.
I mean, you want to meet someone with a problem. I mean, I would never say that Rod Zawacki has a problem. Just because he bets every day and he'll bet on anything doesn't mean he has well, it could. Maybe he does.
Win I forgot his win.
Rod's like, I missed all the games. I wonder if there's a guy dropping a ball into a bottle and rolling out to see if there's dice numbers on the internet. Well, it's not a bad idea. You see Zawacki playing. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 10 at 4 a.m. It's like 7. Sorry, sir. It's 6. Funny. I don't know, man. I'm just looking for people that also fit our culture, and people that send in resumes I don't think fit our culture,
Sorry.
The last person I hired was Jay Yang, and he hasn't been on video yet. He will be out here, but he sent me a full application, like a book, and it had a resume in it. I didn't look at the resume at all, but he sent me like a book of his statistical analysis of games and his entire theory as to how he picks games. And it wasn't tickets of games. It was like more than you would ever want to read. It was basically like something you'd buy at a bookstore, It was like,
That's important.
yeah, I was like, all right. Jay was like, Jay Yang's not real. I'm like, oh, he's very real, man. Trust me on that.
No,
He's
I'll
way
stay
real.
real until I actually see him. I'm still questioning it. I believe you might have hired an AI person that is just a sniper. But until I actually see him, I don't believe it.
Jay Yang? Let's see if I have his number in my phone.
You could be calling anybody. This is unless it's FaceTime. I
Oh,
don't
no.
know.
You can't fake this. Certain people you can fake and certain people you can't. Let's see if I have him in here. No, I don't have him in here, but I...
Just shocker. Just not
Okay.
surprised.
No, we'll call him. Hang on. We got him.
Cossie poking the bear.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just look. I am with the people, and he could be real, but he also could not be real. I mean, it's 50-50.
Cossie just can't leave well enough alone.
No, in fairness, let me tell y'all where my suspicion with Jay Yang came from. Let me just tell you what happened. Heading into the All-Star break, I was the number one handicapper on the site in the NBA. I lost on the last day a unit, and Jay Yang gained like 3 units. So for that 4-day period or that week where the NBA was off,
Hello.
Jay Yang was 1 and I was 2.
Hey, hang on a sec. I'm on the live show, and we're having an argument whether you're a real person or not because you're never on the thing. So I'm going to put you on speaker so you can talk to everybody, okay? Hang on one sec. Jay, you can talk now.
Hi, everyone. This is Jay.
How's it going? Everyone's loving your picks, and so Jay Briggs is like, he's not a real person. I'm like, he's real. I said we could have Jay and Jay on the show together.
Yeah, I just started, handicapping. I just want to, test my platform for a while and then join the show. But thank you for inviting me.
Anytime.
Hey,
So,
Jay, I have a question for you.
Costi has a question. He can't hear because I got the earphones. Go ahead.
What's your social security number?
He asked, what's your social security number? Don't say it. You're on the air, so don't say it. Anyways, Jay, thanks for calling me back. I just wanted to touch base. And, of course, we can't wait to see you on the show. And you're knocking out of the park here, Pick Dogs. We all love
Yeah,
you.
just wait for me 3 months. I'm refining my platform, and when I'm stabilized and confident to show me on the show, I'll definitely show up.
All right. Well, thanks, Jay. We'll talk soon.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Shout out Jay Yang, man. Shout
Mr.
out
Briggs,
Jay
we got to get you a stabilizer, brother.
You guys didn't think I would do it, did you?
You can't fight the stabilizer, bro.
Jay's like, yeah. It wasn't like I planned it out, had a shill set up, nothing, right? It was a straight call, and there it was.
I was gonna look him up. I have some stuff. Find some stuff about people.
Jay's like.
That's funny, man. That's
Did he sound exactly like how you thought he was going to sound, too?
No.
Low-key.
No. I was way off. No.
Shout out Jay Yang, man. All right.
The Otani of the Pick Dogs.
I like that. I like that.
Oh, man.
Uh-oh. Here it comes.
From a dude named Boner. That's
I knew that was coming.
Jeez, what a stiff.
See, Jay,
man.
I told you, he has like a complex model that he uses. I'm telling you. It's like, I know people like this, It's like, I know people like this. That's why I was like, when he sent me the thing, normally a lot of times I just write, and I saw this, I was like, wait a minute, this guy's gonna be good. And look at him, man. He's been very good.
He's killing it. He's killing it. That's
All
why
right,
I was a
well,
little suspicious. I wouldn't have been suspicious if they was trash.
Well, there you have it. He's a real
There you go.
person.
Shout out Jay Young, man.
Jay's loving it. It's like it's made his week.
Well, Jay, after we get off the show, I'm going to work on the stabilizer for you. We're going to get it. We're going to be in direct competition with Jay. The J and J NBA show.
Not smoking Jays, man. I've
Smoking Jays. Oh, I love that.
Yeah, of course. We love smoking Jays.
Afternoon smoking Jays.
Smoking Jays in the afternoon.
4:20.
We could also have the morning sesh, the wake and bake with
The wake and bake.
Oh my god!
We already have the morning show, so you can't take away from that.
Oh man.
Tony
With
Brown
the
loves the
Smoking
wake and
Jays,
bake place.
Comes on at 4:20 every day. Talk
Oh,
NBA.
jeez.
When else would it come on?
Speaking of the Nets and Grizzlies, we got NBA.
Speaking of games, you got to get baked for.
Nets taking on the Grizzlies, man. The Nets, they took the Hawks behind the woodshed, man. They did. They beat the shit out of them. And the Grizzlies, well, if there's anyone that's been gotten the shit beat out of them this year, it's the Grizz. Jay, what do you think?
I'm not rushing to the window to bet this game. I'm not betting this game. I'm gonna say that off the rip. I'm not betting it. Lean towards Brooklyn. Brooklyn has won 3 of their last 4, and they've won them all dominantly, including a dominant win over these exact same Grizzlies in Memphis. The thing is we know the Nets have been the sharpest falling knife the last couple months, but I will say in this little small sample size, this is the best basketball I've seen them play since October, November-ish. But does that mean I'm rushing to lay double digits with them? Are Nets a lay double digit style team? No. I'm damn sure not betting Memphis. So small lean on Brooklyn. Maybe look at them first half to try to cut the number in half. Hopefully they come out hooping early. They should win the game. I'm not personally betting this thing, but I'll lean towards Brooklyn.
Chris?
Yeah, I think I'm in the exact same boat. Lean Brooklyn, but this probably isn't going to see any of my money. Yeah, it's impossible. It just feels impossible to get on the Grizzlies here. And like Jay said, let's just beat up on them. So give me the Nets.
Sexy side on the under.
I was thinking about it, to be honest, but that's really low.
For a reason. This could be Blazers low. Costi?
Yeah, I'm on the Nets here too. Definitely not a bettable game for me, but I can't. There's no way I could take Memphis getting less than double digits, which I won't even take them on the road with that. Predominantly just staying away from this team. They just got blown out back February 26 at home versus these Nets. The Nets, you can't really track their history over the last couple games because they just beat the Hawks back to back. And the Hawks are absolutely terrible as well. Do not bet list. I swear this is for the last time. Never bet the Hawks. Ever, 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 ever. Done. So, Nets for me. Don't love it, but got to ride with them at home.
Yeah, I think this one, I like the sexy pick of the under here for sure, but I don't think it's going to get quite under the sexiest pick of the year, which was the under in the Hornets Blazers. That was the game I was thinking of. That was ridiculous. Put it this way, the Celtics in the first half would have beaten either of those teams in that game. There was 173 total points, 93 to 80. This was just like a week ago. No one paid attention. The total in that one, Chris, was 214.
Yeah. This could be another first to 100 wins.
I think we're at the under time of year. It's just that time of year where
Unders
it's
are
back to
going
back.
crazy. Unders are going crazy since the break. Crazy.
Was it
crazy,
back to back Sundays where unders have gone undefeated or something like that?
crazy.
the sexy pick, man. The sexy pick.
I hate the way totals in the NBA make me watch the game. I just hate it personally. That's why I don't do totals. People ask me all the time. I hate it. NFL, I can, I maybe a couple. NBA, you might get one every 2 weeks, if that. I just hate them. But I might gotta hop on the under trend, man. I might gotta. I'm probably leaving some money out there, and I might gotta start looking for them.
We should take bets on who Chris is going to take in the next game. I think he's going to go with the Bucks. Anyways, we got the Bucks and the Clippers. I think Chris goes Bucks in this one. Costi, you got a pick for that Chris is going to give out?
Mm-mm.
How about you, Jay?
No, Clippers.
I know who it is. So
he's holding the Clippers.
I know who he took. So
all right, Chris. The big reveal. Hang on a sec. Oh, he's muted. We don't get to even hear it.
Sorry, I had to make you wait a little bit longer. I'm on the Clippers and the points. Yeah, it's a tough spot for the Clippers. It is a tough spot for the Clippers on a back-to-back, but
What happened?
I like this.
What happened there? Too much Costi. Second time in one show I've done that.
oh my gosh. Clippers actually the second worst team in the NBA when they have a rest advantage over their opponent, 3-10 against the spread. So even though they're rested, I think the Clippers, catching a handful of points here, the way to go in this one. I think they at least keep it close, if not win the game outright. I think, they're going to take the points here.
Costi.
Same. I'll take the points in my back pocket. As I was talking to Jay earlier today, they've been overvalued all season, and I feel like now they're, because of their little stint of late, that they're now getting points in their back pocket. I think it's going to be a close game. The Bucks have been atrocious at home all year. As much as they've won, they're only 13-16 against the spread at home. Giannis questionable. Just don't love it. I don't like laying 5.5 at home with Milwaukee. I think the Clippers keep this close, and 5.5 in my back pocket in a relatively close game is usually the winning side.
Mitch, man, I've been wanting to know all day which way you were going in this game. I've actually been looking.
I hate both these teams.
I know that's why
I'm going with the Bucks.
Of course you would. We knew it.
I hate the Bucks, but at least I like them at home better than I like the Clippers, who I plan on fading the rest of the way in. I'm offended by that Clippers second pick in the West. I'm just offended by it. I take it personally. It's against everything I believe in. We all dream of a better world. A world with no Clippers.
Everybody knows I hate the Los Angeles Clippers, man. I hate them. I am on the fade the Clippers train. But I'm stepping off of it today, and I'm actually going to take them here. Here's the thing. My argument about the Clippers all season has been they're overvalued. They're overvalued. Like Mitch said, second to win the championship. Where? Where do you get there? How do you get there?
Talking about.
I know. And this team, where it comes from and why they're so overvalued, more often than not, is because they have a lot of household names. They have a lot of brand names, big names on the team. Paul George, Kawhi, Russell, Harden. You know what I mean? So a lot of times this season, I have felt like the line has had probably like a superstar plus on it. 2-3 points every night the wrong way. In this one tonight, I don't think that's the case. Well, I think that is the case, but actually in their favor. The same thing can be said about Milwaukee all season too. That's why Milwaukee's so bad against the number. Great record for the Bucks, but one of the worst ATS teams in basketball. If I was the lines maker here in a vacuum, this line should be Bucks minus 1.5. I understand the Clippers are on the back end of a back-to-back, but this line should be 1.5. And I think because Milwaukee is 5-0 ATS coming out of the break, this line is just inflated by too many points. If this line was Milwaukee minus 1.5, I would probably take the Bucks. But 5.5, I think it's too many points. In all honesty, I think there's value here on the Clippers, a team that hasn't had much value on them all season. I think they have a legitimate shot to win this game outright. I'm going to probably take the plus money opportunity here with the Clips.
That makes me sad. All right, we've got the
I know.
Timberwolves against the Blazers. It's the Costi show.
House of disappointment. You know what happens after I feel it from them? I take the instant Ruffolo the next day.
Thing is, that's usually their spot. That's the frustrating thing with this game.
Good. Not for me.
Oh, yeah,
It's either Minnesota or nothing in this spot. Usually, I don't want it. None of it. I'm going to go in here real quick.
You guys missed
Here's
it yesterday.
what the Timberwolves get.
That was at the bottom of the Merce.
What's the bottom of the Merce?
You missed it. Bittler yesterday took a record number of Ruffalos.
He did.
Oh, yeah. I think the count was at 3 or 4 on a Sunday card. Like, it wasn't even a Saturday card. It was.
Why is he on? As I always say, then why? What are you doing here? You know? Certainly not for dashing good looks.
So we always say he has a face for radio.
What you doing here, Mitch?
Not taking a Ruffalo, that's for sure. I'm going to take the House of Disappointment. I just think that I'm going to do same game parlay with the under. I just think it's another under. I think you have the best defensive team in the Timberwolves up against the Blazers. And so that means the Blazers are going to score 80 points this game. So if the Timberwolves can get to 95, they're going to cover. That's all it's going to take. If the Timberwolves can get to 100, they're going to cover in this game. But I think that's all they get. So 102 or something. 102.86.
I could see it.
Yeah, 102.
77.
Yeah, I could see it. Yep.
Yeah.
It's going to be bad. Bad game.
Am I really in love with laying this big of a number with Minnesota? No. Do I think it's the right play? Yes. Are they the damn House of Disappointment? Yes. I actually had them as a premium yesterday, and that was my only loss yesterday. Was the damn House of Disappointment? They was in that game. They had it. Trash. Yeah.
You guys see that? That's what they are.
The nickname didn't just come out of thin air. They earned it. Like, one thing about us, bro, we're in it. All of us right here, we're in it every single day.
Should we call Jay Yang and find out who he likes in this one?
When you're in it every single day, you learn teams' tendencies, and we know who the Timberwolves are. And when they usually poop a game like they did yesterday, kind of like I just hinted at it with Costa, they usually come out the next one and probably put the brakes down on a bad team. They're a 50-50 ATS team. They should win and blow them out today. We'll see. Give me a small lean on Minnesota.
Jay, I mean, what don't you – I can't even get it to focus now.
I know.
There it is. Do you see that?
They earned it. The nickname didn't come out of nowhere.
Yeah, sexy pick for me too. I'm on the under as well here. First to 100 wins this game. We just saw the Timberwolves put up 88 yesterday, and I guess the Clippers, and now we're talking about the Blazers, but still, this team's defense first at home. And yeah, I like the under in this one.
Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention like they've kicked the crap out of the Blazers all three of the meetings this year. So I see nothing to suggest they won't do it again. 116.93, 121, 109, 128.91. This one, 110, 77. Some shit like that. 108, 77. Jazz Wizards.
Jazz Wizards. My email's blowing up. Not from people wanting to be cappers either. Just blowing up in general.
Monday.
Yep, Monday. People, they love to on Mondays. All right. What do we got? Jazz and the Wizards. Oh, this is a good one. Why are the Jazz only favored by 6 points? That's
Marketing and are out.
So what? It's the Wizards.
Liz?
I just can't get there with the Wizards. They disappointed me against the Clippers, man. I just thought they would actually show up in that game. They got the shit beat out of them. I don't know, man. The Jazz have been terrible too. This is the take a Ruffolo game, Costi. I'm going with the Jazz at home for no better reason than they're home. That's it. I don't have any. I got nothing. It's like normally it's like I could say, well, you got this angle and this angle and this angle, but I don't like this one, or nor do I feel confident enough that either. I'm at the time of year where it's like I have to be confident that the team's going to do something consistently, that I'm willing to bet on could possibly happen. But with these two teams, they've been so bad, so inconsistent. The Wizards have now lost, double digits, and it's not like they're covering spreads, getting generous numbers. Meanwhile, the Jazz, they're just as bad. They've lost 8 of their last 9. They covered last time out, getting 9 against the Heat. Big deal. Counted the same thing for the Heat as beating the Warriors by 50. It all counts the same in the win-loss column. You beat the Jazz by 6 at home, you beat the Warriors by 50. It's still 1 win in the win column, especially in the regular season.
Wow, when did Jason Tatum get to the show?
Is there a more annoying thing in all sports than this? I think the only thing that's more annoying than that is the guy that's down by 40 and signals first down. It's like,
I'm waiting for Mitch to do like the smell my finger first down.
I don't know when the first down became such a big. I don't know when the first down became such a big thing in the NFL. But it's like it's kind of expected. It's like you're getting paid
it's a big
millions
deal when you
dollars.
bet it. It's a big deal.
To get a first down is a big deal.
Yeah, it is.
Only if you make it one, it is. It shouldn't be. It's all part of the game, and part of the offensive game plan is to get first downs. I don't know, man. I'm not into it. I'm not into the choreographed touchdown dance.
It's like where you have the guy that they don't get their first down till the third quarter, and then he just got the first down that won the Super Bowl.
Well, it's like when you're down 58-0. It's like you do the first down. It's like,
yeah.
Or when you're up 58-0, it's even worse.
I'm triggered by when the defense gets a turnover and they all run to the end zone.
Yeah, that's a new thing too. That's like the last 4 years, 5 years.
You get a touchdown, defensive touch. It's a big deal.
That started during COVID.
Turnover?
That started during COVID.
Y'all sound like grumpy old men. I like all those celebrations.
They eliminated
That's why they do it.
celebrations for
That's why they
years.
do it.
They eliminated it for years because it got to be
I
too much.
get it though. I definitely get it, but
They eliminated
best
choreographed celebrations. Who was the first guy to touchdown dance?
Oh, God.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Emmett Thomas.
Emmett Thomas.
Look it up. I'm sure there's a
It
YouTube
wasn't,
video of him high
shuffle?
stepping. He was a high
It
stepper.
wasn't the shuffle?
Nope. Then Billy White Shoes Johnson was second. He had the knees, like you do.
Yeah.
What was the guy on the Bengals? He did the shuffle?
The Icky Shuffle. Well, that's when they eliminated choreographed, but that was after the Fun Bunch, I'm pretty sure. I'm sure the Icky Shuffle came after the Fun Bunch, because the Fun Bunch is when they just said, forget it, that's enough. Enough choreographed celebrations.
Remember when T.O. signed the ball? Pulled out the Sharpie?
Well, when Joe Horn pulled the cell phone out from the pad and started,
Yeah, that was good.
Randy Moss hit the Vikings with the moon.
Yeah, that was good.
I was just about to say the
Joe Buck. Oh, that's disgusting.
yeah.
I'm with you, Mitch. Though the first down 30 is like, all right, bro.
It's like,
But
we're good. Zeke's
50,
the king of that. Zeke's the king
up
of that
50,
one.
doing this up 50. You up 50? Shit, stop me.
Zeke's the king. Zeke's the king of the celebrating the first down up down by 30. He is.
Feed me.
Feed me. It's like you're averaging 2.1 yards a carry, or else we would be feeding. Yeah.
Austin Eckler does it a lot too. He'll get a first down when they're down.
Oh, the guy who used to do it all the time. The guy who was one of the first. I think AJ Green was one of the first guys to really celebrate the first down. But I think. Oh, you know who it was? Lavernius.
Lavernius Coles.
Yep.
Oh, the jet.
How about when Hines Ward did the Ray Lewis against the Ravens?
That was good.
That was the best.
Hines Ward was awesome. He was good. Ray was not happy.
Not happy.
The roar. Oh, man. That's the best. We have that statue right outside our stadium.
In this
comes on.
game, I
What's
lean
that?
Jazz. I lean Jazz. I don't love it. I wish Markkinen and Kessler were in there. If they were in there, I would have laid the double digits. I really would have. The Wizards, they're one of the worst teams in the league. I still lean Jazz here. At this line, you basically need the Wizards to win the game. Basically, that's basically what you need the Wizards to do, and they're 9-51 on the season, so we know that ain't happening. So it's Jazz for me here. You know, they haven't been the best ATS at home recently. Before the All-Star break, they were going stupid, dummy, crazy. But this should be the bounce back spot for them at home. I know the Wizards have some decent road ATS numbers, but they've been terrible recently as well. So, again, expecting the Wizards to compete or win a game, I think, is way more insane than thinking the Jazz can win the game by margin at home. Give me Utah, even without Markkinen and Kessler.
Yeah, I'm on Utah as well. No marketing.
I'm sorry, it's Elmo Wright, not Emmett Thomas. It's Elmo Wright, who had the first touchdown dance. Also on the Chiefs. Also on the Chiefs. Emmett Thomas was defensive back. Elmo Wright was the receiver. It was Elmo Wright. Anyways, go ahead, Chris. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, I'm on the Jazz. Yeah, no marketing, no Kessler stinks, but the Jazz, yeah, they're the better team here, even without those guys. And the Wizards, yeah, they've been terrible this season. And the Jazz are now 5.5 games back of the Lakers for the final play-in spot in the West. and with 20-something games to go, the Jazz can, if they want to make some sort of late surge to try to make it interesting, they can't blow chances like this. I think they come out. I think they come out with purpose here. If it's not now for the Jazz, then when? So, give me Utah on this one.
Same with me. Utah or nothing for me in this spot. Don't love it without those two guys out, but it's just one of those spots where we love the Jazz at home for a while. They've failed us in the last 10 games. I've been laying off them altogether. But this just seems like a good get-right spot against the Wizards. I mean, the Wizards, the only game they actually made it competitive was at Lakers when they took them to overtime. Outside of that, they were getting 13.5, and they covered at Cleveland, but they still lost the game by 9. I can't stand taking the Wizards. This is just one of those, doesn't matter who plays for the Jazz at home, double-digit win. Not running to the bank to bet it, but I'm going to lean Jazz in this one.
Posted in the comments the video of the first touchdown dance. So you guys can see it. I definitely remember. You guys are going to be less than thrilled with it, but there it is. Posted it in the comments. You can see it. That's the first touchdown dance in the history of the NFL. I'm telling you, I remember when it happened. Basic by today's standards.
With the high step?
That was the first touchdown dance right there. No one ever did that before. They just either spiked the ball and handed it to the referee like a normal person.
He said like a normal
Like
person.
a normal person.
I still can't believe Mitch called Jay Young.
Now here's the second touchdown dance that I ever remember. Was this one?
That is hilarious, man.
What, Jay Yang?
Yes.
Gotta call Jay Yang. All right, here's the second touchdown dance. Now this was the second one. I remember this as well.
Oh, I remember this. This one was good. I like that.
He was a
would do
kick
it
returner.
consistently, all the time.
Yeah, he's a kick returner. What?
Yeah.
Elmo Wright also did it consistently too. High stepping.
Oh, he would do the split too?
Yeah,
This guy would.
White shoes?
Yeah.
I remember John Facenda, this is the NFL. It was a tough day for the Oilers. Billy White Shoes Johnson wore the black shoes for the first time. Right? Like, he was lightning in a game ruled by thunder. That was Marcus Allen against the Redskins. It was like that Super Bowl. John Facenda. He was lightning in a game ruled by thunder. Marcus Allen. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. You guys are probably too young to remember that play. Hit the outside. There was nobody there, man. He was gone. And all the announcer could say was, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Can't believe it. I guess you had to be there. All right. Moving right along. Kings and the Bulls. If you must. Jay, it's you.
Sack for me here. Who the hell are the Bulls? I ask that question like every time I see them because I don't know the answer to the question. I don't know who the Bulls are. Coming off of the significant homestand, I know I want nothing to do with them. I know Fox's game time decision here. But when I just look at these two teams, the Kings are head and shoulders the better team. They won the lone meeting between these two teams, 123-115 earlier this season in Chicago. In all honesty, this line feels exactly where it's supposed to be at 6.5. I think if they played this game 100 times, though, the Kings would cover this point spread, probably 55 of the 100. So give me Sacramento on the small lane here.
Yeah, I think I'm going to lean the Bulls here. I think Jay's right. This line feels probably dead on. It's Sacramento laying points at home. It's probably one of their least profitable positions to be in. The Bulls do have a winning record on the road against a number. I think 7 points is just a couple too many. So lean towards the Bulls for me here.
I'm going with the Kings here. I'm going to wait till I get that game time decision, but I don't run to the window to bet the Bulls on the road. I know they've been profitable in terms of against the spread. I just think it's a good spot for Sacramento. They just came off that big win at Minnesota, and they've been playing well overall. I just think it's a good spot for them. I don't love the card today by any means, but I'm leaning Kings in this one.
Taking the Bulls all day and twice on Monday. I do not lay points with the Kings. I do not lay points with the Sacramento Kings. If you lay more than 5 points with the Kings, you're burning your money.
Yeah, you are.
You're wasting it. Might as well go buy some weed and smoke it or something. Wake up with Smoking Jay's Wake and Bake. Jay Yang and Jay Briggs. Jay Briggs, Jay Yang. Alphabetical order. Jay's like, give me Yangs now.
Shout out Jay Yang, man.
The highlight of Jay's month. It's like he could care less about Vegas now. It's like it's all come together.
Will Jay come out to, or the other Jay come out to Vegas?
You might.
I'm like, look, he could call whoever he wants to call. I still have doubts. I'm just saying.
I think that was pretty definitive.
I'm gonna message him off air about his social, and I'm gonna gotta see with this guy. He can't give me a fake social. He might, but
I have all that stuff. I do payroll.
Costy's got the tinfoil hat on, like the conspiracy theory.
Doesn't use the microwave.
It was the second Yang beyond the gravelly road.
It was convincing. It was convincing enough to me. I don't think Mitch just has a random Asian on speed dial.
Whoa.
I'm saying, no, think about what I'm saying, though. Think about what I'm saying. He doesn't just have one to fake it on that short of notice on live. Like, nah, he not.
Well, Jay's suspicion comes from a reasonable place, and that's Ricky Tran.
Who's Ricky Tran?
Oh, gee, Costy.
We haven't been down the Ricky Tran road in a while. He's not a real person. He's a fake handicapper.
I was just going to say, someone posted in the comments, we need to have two J's on, and we can call you Yin and Yang.
I like Smoking Jays.
Smoking Jays is better.
Or the Yin Yangs.
We could have a Yin Yang segment.
Yin Yang is kind of funny. I like that too.
But there could be a segment.
Yeah.
It's kind of like our point counterpoint. Jay, you ignorant slut. Hopping from team to team.
Jesus.
Well, point counterpoint. Don't you remember that from the old Saturday Night Live? Oh, that was the best, man. Dan Aykroyd and Jane Curtin. Jane Curtin would say it, and Dan Aykroyd would come back his point counterpoint. He'd be like, Jane, you ignorant slut. You'd handle this a lot like your personal life. Hopping from bed to bed with any man you think loves you will do you any good in the morning. Still be there. It's like, oh yeah.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
I gotta find the clip and give it to you guys. I think we could play these clips actually on our show. I think we're allowed to do it. I know we can. I just don't know how to do it with sound. But I know you're allowed to do it. Let's see. Here, I'll post the clip here. One of them. I haven't seen this one, so I don't know. I'm just going by what YouTube calls it. But there you go.
So I'm playing it with subtitles, and all I see is Jane, you ignorant slut.
That's all Costi was looking for.
I skipped through it. It was like 30 seconds in.
That was the best Saturday Night Live every week. They had it.
Old Saturday Night Live was so much better than it is now.
I think it's at the 1 minute. Like she'll say something like male chauvinist about him, you know, and then he'll come back with that. Anyways. Where are we at? Chris, did you give a pick?
Yeah, I did.
Costi?
Yeah.
Gene, you ignorant slut.
Last one up.
Lakers and the Thunder buddies. Man, I got to say. All right, go ahead, Jay. It's you.
It's me.
Yeah.
Everything I look at here tells me Thunder buddies. I don't even understand the line. I don't. We have the number 1 seed in the Western Conference. That is 10 games better than the Lakers as a dog to the 10th seed. It doesn't compute in my head. Now, some of you may say, well, Thunder, they're on the back end of a back-to-back. That's why. And they've lost 2 or 3 to the Lakers. And I will say, yeah, they have lost 2 or 3 to the Lakers. But y'all know me, I love the double revenge spot. It's one of my favorite things in the NBA. And the back end of a back-to-back, I could really care less about that, in all honesty. Reason being, the Thunder, 7-3 this season. ATS off no rest. 7-3 straight up this season with no rest. Okay, so back in a back-to-back, they perform. As an away underdog, well, you know who's the best team in the NBA? The Oklahoma City Thunder buddies. 7-3-1 this season against the spread as an away underdogs. With the rest disadvantage, yeah, the Lakers, they have the rest advantage in this one. You know, they had a day off. Thunder, you know, not only on that back to back, they have the rest disadvantage. Well, I'm here to tell you the best team in the NBA with the rest disadvantage is the Oklahoma City Thunder buddies. 11-3 against the number. This season with the rest disadvantage. No matter what I look at here, everything tells me Oklahoma City. I think they're the better team anyway. Give me Oklahoma City. It's really not that complicated. My Thunder buddies for life.
Chris?
Yeah, I'm on the Thunder as well. You know, Jay said 7-3 against the spread on no rest. The Thunder also 7-3 against the spread and revenge spots this season. Covered in 16 of their last 21 in that spot as well after losing the previous game against an opponent.
I like that roof.
I gotta take the Thunder here. Get it over the Lakers.
So I'm gonna tag on to what Jay and Chris said. 7-3 off rest. 7-3 again. 7-3 in their last 10. 7-3 against the number in their last 10. It's a little spooky in here today. That's a lot of 7-3s.
Anyways, I have to go. I'm gonna leave you guys with the show here, and I'll see you guys later. I ran too long. I didn't realize it. I had another meeting.
We still love you.
It sucks. Oh man, I don't even know how I'm gonna do this. I figured it out.
Should we just come back? Should we just come back as?
Having You want to come back and do it, Chris?
Should we just come back as part 2?
Nah.
Just my thought is, how are we going to end the show once it's done?
I'll be here. I'll still be here. I just can't. I just can't be on it. Who's missing? Jay is missing. It stinks. All right. I apologize. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Oh, well. Let me go back to the other one. Who are we missing? Costi? Sydney? Chris? And there you go. Go ahead.
All right, I guess we're going to move on to college hoops then. Before we do, Jay, what are you selling today?
I got an NBA play of the day up there, and I'm probably going to have a play in the National Hockey League as well. Maybe one in college hoops. I'm not totally in love with the card in college hoops. We're going to talk about them all right now. So probably just 2 plays for me, NBA and NHL. What you selling today?
Costi, fill everyone on the sharp trading plays.
So for sharp trading plays, March Madness is huge. I mean, it's the value being a neutral court goes up. The edges become greater. I've had a really good run. All the clients that have received my Telegram access for the entire season of college basketball has seen it themselves. But we step it up a notch, especially during conference tournament play, which actually starts tonight. The Atlantic Sun starts off the conference tournament this evening. So if you're looking to really cash for the entire month of March, but you have a sizable bankroll of 10K or more, shoot me a text 775-636-7674, and I'll let you know if it's for you. And a lot of people I talk to, and it's not for them. And I just send them back to the website, tell them to pair Jay up with Chris, Jay for NBA, Chris for college basketball, do something daily or even monthly, where if you have a smaller bankroll, we have products for everyone. So but if you're really trying to cash big and really treat it like a business during the month of March, especially during college basketball, you'll make an absolute killing. Shoot me a text.
And for me today, I got quite a bit on today's card. Got a couple of 3-packs. Also got my plays of the day in both NBA, college hoops, and NHL. College hoops, we hit 4 of the last 5. NBA, we hit back-to-back. So hoping to build on that today. Keep those plays rolling. Have a solid day. I had to deep dive into this entire card and found a lot that I really like. So you can hop on a daily pass, but the best value, starting today is a long-term pass. I think my 3-day pass is less than buying each of today's passes individually, or pair me up with, like Costi said, you can pair me up with Jay or pair us up with any of the other awesome handicappers at the website. And remember, use that promo code PICK at checkout for 15% off. But we'll move on to college hoops. It's a very niche card. You have to really be tuned into a lot of these smaller conferences to know a lot of what we're up against. There's a couple big games as well, and we're obviously going to talk about those too. We'll start with Duke, NC State, Jacksonville, Kennesaw State. That's the opening round of the ASUN tournament, as is Queens University of Charlotte and Florida Gulf Coast. Delaware State, Howard. Got Maryland Eastern Shore, Norfolk State. South Carolina State, Coppin State. Nicholls State, Northwestern State. Jackson State, Prairie View A&M. Southeastern Louisiana, Incarnate Word. And NC Central, Morgan State will go up to 8 Eastern.
Word up.
Jay, what do you like?
I'm not in love with this slot, man. We do got Lamar Jackson versus my alma mater today. It's a decent game. It's not in the slot. Let's go, man. Let me roll with NC State at the crib against Duke. Is Duke the better team? Yes. Has NC State been disappointing recently? Yes, losing 3 of their last 4. I think they at least compete here in this game here at home, though. I do. I think Duke probably wins the game by 4. I think this game comes down to the wire. NC State's going to have a legitimate chance to win it outright and probably come up just short. So that's really the only one I like here in this slot. I haven't really done my homework enough on these smaller schools to deep dive anything here in this first slot, Roof.
Costi, is there anything you like here?
I like a couple games. I like Duke in this spot. I think Duke is the better team. Well, they're the better team in total, but right now they're playing amazing ball. Really, their only hiccups were against teams that they were fairly close competition with. When they played at Wake, it was a bad spot for them. Wake was a really good home team, but NC State's been susceptible at home. The only games in their last 10 that they've actually won at home and covered were against teams that they were favored with. They're not favored against this team. I think this is going to be a Duke blowout. You saw what they did against Virginia. I don't think NC State's going to be able to score a lot of points. They're simple. They're a similar mold like Virginia, where they try to play defense. I just think Duke is head and shoulders, and they're trending upward, and NC State's not. And I just don't trust them. I think Duke wins this game fairly easily and gets the cover. And then the other game I like Nicholls State on the road. Better team against Northwestern State, only laying a small number. I know that Nicholls State is 6-9 on the road, but they're 7-3 in their last 10. They're playing extremely well. They lost their last game against McNeese State, but they were getting 18 points. They were clearly the worst team. Outside of that, they've been playing really well overall against teams that are decent competition against them. And, Northwestern State's 4-6 in their last 10. I don't trust them. They're not a good home team. Just heads up, they're 6-6. So I'm going to take the better team on the road, laying a small number where you don't really have to worry about the cover. You just got to hope that they win the game. Again, don't love this card. Like you said, it is a niche card. But in this slot, Nicholls State and Duke for me.
Yeah, I'm taking. There's a couple I'm going to take here. I'm with Costi on Nicholls State here. I just think that there's an added motivation here because Nicholls still can catch Texas A&M Corpus Christi for that second seed in the Southland, and it's important because the second seed in the Southland gets a double bye to the semifinals in the conference tournament. So
big deal. Good point.
Yeah. Especially when you're a team that if you have to go, I'm just trying to get it here again. If you're going from the first round, if you're a 5 through 8 seed trying to go from the first round to the championship, you got to play 4 games in 4 days. So if you're a number 2 seed that catches, say, a 5 through 8 that's already played 2 games, that's a huge rest advantage. So Nicholls has some work to do. Texas A&M Corpus Christi, I think, has an easy schedule. So if Nicholls doesn't win here, they can pretty much kiss that goodbye. So I think you see a concerted effort from Nicholls. They come out and play. And you guys are going to get a freemium from me. I'm going to give out a premium play here. I like Maryland Eastern Shore plus the points against Norfolk State. Norfolk State, you're going to see a team that's 11-0 at home against a Maryland Eastern Shore team that's 0-14 on the road. But the thing is Norfolk State's actually been favored in each of their last 9 games, and they're 0-9 against the spread. Norfolk State, for whatever reason, has just let teams hang around, or they've lost the games outright. They lost to Maryland Eastern Shore on the road in the first meeting. And that's not to say that Norfolk State doesn't get revenge, but I'm just saying Maryland Eastern Shore has already shown they can beat Norfolk State, and we just saw Norfolk get their butts kicked by Delaware State. You look at some of the home games they've played. They won by 6 against NC Central, 4 against South Carolina State, by 1 against Delaware State, and then they were laying double digits against Morgan State and Coppin State and won by 10 in each of those games. So it's flat out just a team that can't cover. So I like Maryland Eastern Shore. I think Norfolk State wins, but I think Maryland Eastern Shore covers. And let's go to the second half of the card. Let's go back here. Okay, so starting from 8 o'clock, got Northern Colorado, Northern Arizona. Houston Christian, 28.5-point dogs against McNeese State. Lamar, Texas A&M Commerce. New Orleans at Texas A&M Corpus Christi. Alcorn State, Texas Southern. Florida A&M Southern. Bethune-Cookman, Grambling State. Weber State, Montana State. You got Eastern Washington, Sac State. You got Idaho State, Montana. Texas, Baylor. And Idaho at Portland State. Costi, what do you like here?
Earlier this morning, I'm not betting this game. Earlier this morning, I was leaning Baylor, but more of a deep dive that I do. I think this is going to be a keep it close game for Texas. I do think Baylor is going to win the game, but it's just one of those spots with Texas that I think it's too many points. If it was 4.5, probably would lean Baylor, but and it opened at 7. I think it will go back to 7. I think more people will bet Baylor close to game time. And if I can grab 7 at post, I would lean Texas. So I'm not going to bet it, but I'm definitely leaning Texas now.
Jay, what do you like?
Texas. That was my only college hoops loss on Saturday was Oklahoma State. I thought they would compete a little bit there against Texas. I know Texas hasn't been pretty when they played the good teams on the road thus far this season. Houston smacked them up. Kansas smacked them up. And I know we've seen Baylor just compete with Houston, just beat up on Kansas at home. I think it's too many points, though. I think Texas, trying to do everything they can, competes here. Probably lose the game. Baylor is the better team. I think 6.5 is too many. I'm going to lean towards Texas.
Yeah, I think Costi was looking at my notes because I looked at this Texas Baylor game. I see 4 or 5 point win. I see Baylor win this one 74-69, something like that. 4 or 5 point win. They ice it at the free throw line late. For me, it's a letdown spot for Baylor. You know, they're just coming off of the big win at home over Kansas. Texas, they beat up on Oklahoma State and Texas Tech, but this team still needs a signature win to really, enhance their tournament resume. And getting a road win at Baylor would definitely do that for you. So, has Texas disappointed for much of the year? By my opinion, yes. You can beat the dregs of the Big 12 all you want. You got to be able to beat some better teams. And I think they come out here and so it's a rivalry game. In the last meeting this season, I think someone mentioned in the comments was a buzzer beating layup for Texas. 3 of the last 4 meetings have been decided by 7 points or less. This is normally a close matchup. I'm going to go with the points with Texas here. And there's nothing else I really like for a free play. So move to the NHL. Costi's favorite. I'm gonna turn you into a hockey fan in Vegas.
I mean, hey, listen. So I used to play roller hockey. I never played ice hockey, but here in Baltimore, like there was good, like when I was younger, roller hockey leagues in the summer. So I would play, and I would play like in my neighborhood all the time. I was a big time rollerblader. So like it was fun. And just for whatever reason, I got out of it and just haven't got into it. Now I've been to a playoff game, been to a Capitals game, game 7 when we lost many years ago. But for whatever reason, like I'll get into the playoffs, but regular season, I guess because it just coexists with basketball all the time.
Yeah.
There's so much going on. It's hard to really dial it in. So like over the last 10 years, just hasn't been my go-to, but I'll give it a shot.
Costi, little known fact about me. I actually play roller hockey.
You did too?
No, I do now. I still do.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What do you play? What position?
Oh, I'm a center. I stand in front of the net, and I did size of me. Come on now. Nobody's seeing around this. I literally just park in front and bang in the garbage. Goalies hate me.
So you guys have lacrosse up in Canada?
Yeah, we
It's bigger now,
the
right?
majority of it's box lacrosse, like in hockey arenas without the ice, like they take it out, it's just
indoor.
the concrete.
So like we're in Baltimore is huge lacrosse community. I mean, all the best stars from high school end up playing in the top colleges, but so it's very similar. The game itself, it's a very similar type formation and flow. They always say that it's basically hockey with sticks. The ball doesn't touch the ground as much, but it's I grew up, in high school. That's what I play. I played football. I did winter track to stay in shape for football, and then lacrosse in the spring.
Yeah, I tried playing field lacrosse once. I tried out when I was in high school. Not for me.
It's hard.
I
You
got
have to get the stick skills down. It's if you don't do it as a young kid, it's very hard.
I know I'm gonna catch. I know someone in the comments is gonna say this. You seen those long pole sticks, like the guys that have like the sticks are like 6 feet.
Yeah.
Oh, I got one just to see how it was. That thing is so it's hard enough with like one of the shorter lacrosse sticks, but with one of those long, like 6-foot long sticks, it's
But you
like,
really don't have to do much as a defender with the stick skills because you're not shooting with that thing as much. Very rarely do you see a long pole defender that actually shoots.
Yeah.
It's all about playing defense and control and movement. But yeah, I mean the game, it's an awesome game. It's never gotten the hype going pro. Just MLS has sucked. Not MLS, MLL. Yeah. But it just doesn't get the recognition.
Yeah, I tried out for like outdoor, like field lacrosse, and I got hit in the shin with the ball. Oh my god! Oh,
it's bad. And the goalies don't even wear shin pads. Nothing.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying if I were to play goalie, I'd only play in box lacrosse. Like I couldn't.
But you get a huge stick that has a huge net, so usually.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure.
The reflexes, like very rarely do the guys get hit that much in the legs. But yeah, they don't wear anything but a chest protector and gloves and a helmet,
like a cup.
And a cup, yeah.
Yeah, that's playing with fire with me. Can't help it. We lost Jay.
Lost Jay. Hockey segment.
Not Chick-fil-A's at the door.
12.
So I'm willing to bet that it is.
Chick-fil-A.
I'm gonna give him there he is.
Chick-fil-A came? You're on mute.
I said I already had that this morning. Let's do something real quick.
Yeah. All right. So we'll get through the NHL quick, and then we'll bring. I think Mitch said he wanted to come back for parlay segment. We got NHL 6 games. Vegas, Columbus. We got Florida and the Rangers. We got the St. Louis Blues, Philadelphia Flyers. Got the Boston Bruins, Toronto Maple Leafs. Chicago Blackhawks, Colorado Avalanche. Avalanche minus 480 favorites. And the Seattle Kraken and the Calgary Flames. Jay.
The day I missed the show is the day the Coyotes want to finally do something with their ugly self. Shout out them boys yesterday. Give me the Kraken against the Flames. 50-50 game. I'd rather attack the plus money there. Small lean on puck line with Vegas. That should be a spot where they're head and shoulders the better team. They desperately need a bounce back game. I could see today being that day. And then, of course, I'm on my new team, man. In the double revenge spot at home, at the crib against the Bruins. They're playing head and shoulders. I mean, they're playing the much better basketball. Bruins have been a sharp falling knife. Maple Leafs playing best hockey of the season. Again, double revenge spot at home, playing the better hockey. Sign me up. Small, short line, too. Give me the Maple Leafs, the Maple Frauds, Maple Laughs, my team, all that. smash spot. We're gonna get them. Let's do it.
I caught Jay saying that the Bruins are playing the better basketball, but I'm going to give him the pass because I was like, I'm going to let it go because I was like, I know how much you talk hoops. Hockey's like second citizen.
I meant, man.
We gotta start calling like the Maple Leafs like the Choo Choo or something like that.
Yeah, man. I know what I meant. Playing the better hockey, man. I know what I meant.
All right. If anybody's looking for a parlay piece, I am not advising anybody to take the Avalanche minus 480. I will say play him on the puck line if you feel the need to play that game. If you want to add something. The Chicago Blackhawks have lost 21 games in a row on the road. The majority of those have come by 2 or more goals. So I'm going to take the Avs on the puck line if I'm playing that game. I'm going to take the over in Vegas Columbus. They should win that game, but they've been struggling lately. A lot of that has to do with bad goaltending. In their last 2 games against Buffalo and Boston, they gave up 12 goals, giving up 4 more goals in 5 of their last 6. And if Vegas comes back and bounces back here, I think it's going to be a blowout. So I like the over 6.5 there. That Florida Rangers game, though, is going to be probably the game of the night. That or Boston, Toronto. But trying to see if there's anything else here. Yeah, I don't think there is. So I think we're going to just move on to the parlay segment. Let's see. All right. Jay, you got a parlay?
Sure. Clippers, T-Wolves, Texas.
Costi, what do you got?
Jazz, Sacramento Kings, Clippers money line, Duke Blue Devils.
I'm going to take Nichols. I'm going to take Texas plus the points and the under in Memphis, Brooklyn. I think that's good to go. All right. I don't know if Mitch is still here.
Madness?
I am. I'm pumped. I haven't been. I would. Last time I was in Vegas for March Madness was 2 years ago, and it was so much fun.
I went the year. When did I go? Oh, it was the year after COVID. So it was like the first year when it was COVID. I was supposed to go, and obviously there was no March Madness. So the following year we went. It was pretty. It was crazy. It was like nobody there. Well, comparatively to like a real March Madness in Vegas. So I'm excited to go back.
I'm excited to see everybody. But yeah, I think that's it. I think we're all good here. So thank you everyone for tuning in. Appreciate everybody. Good luck today. Remember, check out Pick Dogs Premium. Check out Tex Costi for sharp trading plays if you got if you meet the requirements. And we'll see you guys tomorrow.